Tuna says, "Hello everyone." A challenging journey awaits Tuna and Alex as their love is tested by family expectations. Alex is under pressure from his mother, Mrs. Min, who wants him to love and marry a woman she deems suitable for the family. But does Alex have the courage to change everything and protect his love for Tuna? As for Tuna and Henry, what will happen to them when they face strong opposition from Mrs. Min? What will be the right path for them as love and family push them into difficult choices? Stay tuned for today's episode, filled with surprises and emotions where crucial decisions will be made and relationships will be tested like never before. Ever since Mrs. Min decided to arrange a marriage with Mrs. Lon, Alex felt like he was being left out of every important decision in the family. His relationship with his mother grew more strained as he felt her lack of trust in his ability to choose a partner. One evening, after arguing with his mother, Alex retreated to his room to confront his own thoughts and feelings. The inner conflict between love and family responsibility left him feeling lost. His dreams of a family life built by his mother were always interrupted by the image of Tuna, the one he truly loved. The more he tortured himself, the more he realized he couldn't keep living according to his mother's expectations. Finally, one morning, unable to bear it any longer, Alex decided to confront his mother. He spoke plainly. "Have you ever thought that I might want to make my own decisions? You can't keep controlling my life like this. I love Tuna, and that's my choice. If you can't accept it, then I'll have to live with that." His words struck Mrs. Min hard, and she couldn't hide her disappointment and hurt. "You can't live forever in these illusions of love. I don't want to see you regret it later." Just when it seemed like everything had reached a breaking point, Alex felt like he was standing at a crucial crossroads in his life. He was not only battling with his own mother, but also constantly torn inside between his love for Tuna and the expectations his mother had placed on him. Unable to bear the tension any longer, he decided to meet Tuna, the one person who had always been his emotional support when he felt exhausted. The world around him seemed to fade, no longer important. His mind was consumed with conflicting thoughts about the future. He looked into Tuna's eyes, and in that gaze, he felt her understanding and the compassion she had for him. In that moment, all his exhaustion and worries seemed to melt away. Tuna gently said, "You can't live your life just to please others, but don't let love make you forget about your family. You need to find a way to balance what you want with what your mother needs." Her words were like a light cutting through the darkness, helping Alex realize that he wasn't facing a choice between two opposing things. It wasn't about choosing love over family. It was about finding a middle path that he had to discover on his own. Love wasn't a betrayal of family, but an important part of his life that he couldn't ignore. Yet he couldn't disregard the relationships that had supported him throughout the years just because of love. Determined to find his own way, Alex returned home, his heart full of confusion, but also resolve. He knew that confronting his mother wouldn't be easy, and there was no guarantee she would understand his decision. But he couldn't keep living in her shadow, running after expectations he never wanted. He had grown up, and he needed to have the right to make his own choices in life. That feeling gave Alex the strength to stand up. He walked over to his mother and softly said, "Mom, I can't live for others forever. I love Tuna, and I want to build a future with her. But I also want you to understand that love doesn't mean abandoning family. I'll try to find a balance, but I also need to make my own choices. Although Mrs. Min didn't fully agree, Alex's words made her begin to realize that her son had grown up and had the right to make his own decisions. She had once feared that Alex would regret not following the path she had set for him, but now she saw that he was ready to face any challenge to protect the love and life he wanted. Their relationship couldn't change overnight, but at least now, she understood that she couldn't keep shielding her son from life. Alex knew the road ahead wouldn't be easy. Finding a balance between family and love would take time, patience, and understanding. But he wasn't afraid anymore, because he knew that no matter what, his love for Tuna was something he would never give up. Even if he faced his mother's opposition, he would stand firm on the path he had chosen, no longer letting anyone, not even his mother, make decisions for him. After finding out that Mrs. Min wanted to arrange a meeting between Alex and my two, Na felt a heavy shock. Her love for Alex suddenly became unclear, as if she were standing at a crossroads, filled with anxiety. She couldn't believe her ears when Alex's mother decided something that seemed to diminish the importance of their relationship. A wave of disappointment and helplessness surged within her, and her heart tightened. She sat down on the wooden chair next to Henry's crib, her tiny 3-month-old son, and absent-mindedly ran her fingers through his soft hair. Despite being so small, Henry's presence was the only thing that made Tuna feel a little at ease. She looked at his innocent face, his eyes full of thoughts, as if searching for comfort from the child. But she knew the questions in her heart couldn't be easily answered, and once again, her love for Alex was being tested. Should I keep going? Tuna whispered, but the question wasn't just for Mrs. Min. It was a self-questioning moment. Could she continue loving Alex while everything around her was twisting and pushing her away from him? Will Alex leave us? She wondered, her heart full of fear. She couldn't help but imagine that possibility. Would Alex give her up to follow his mother's expectations and live the life Mrs. Min had planned for him? Tuna lowered her head, her gaze distant, as if she were searching for an answer to the unspoken questions. A sense of frustration spread through every fiber of her being. The work on the farm no longer appealed to her. She no longer had the energy to care for the animals or handle her daily tasks. Everything seemed so dull. Only Henry remained her little source of motivation to keep her spirits up. But even then, her heart was still full of worries. She gently picked Henry up, feeling the warmth of her tiny son. Henry's innocent gaze met hers, and his tiny fingers touched her face as if trying to give her peace, even though he couldn't understand the worries in his mother's heart. Tuna took a deep breath, trying to regain her composure. She couldn't let her emotions control every decision, especially when her son still needed her. But the questions kept swirling in her mind. Can Alex stand up to protect our love? Does he have the courage to face his family and continue loving me, even if his mother tries to stop him? In that moment, she felt like a ship adrift on a vast, endless sea, unsure of what to hold on to. She wondered if Alex could do anything to protect their relationship when the pressures from his family always weighed so heavily on him. But just then, Henry smiled, a simple, innocent smile from a 3-month-old child. That smile gave Tuna new strength. She held Henry close, and the thoughts in her mind began to quiet down a little. No matter how worried she was, she knew she would never give up on this love without fighting for it. She loved Alex, and no matter how difficult things got, she would stand firm. She would wait and believe that one day Alex would stand up and protect their love and their little family. Tuna looked up at the vast sky, her heart a little lighter. She couldn't know for sure what would happen, but one thing she knew: no matter what, she would love and protect her family until the end. She and Henry would wait for Alex, hoping that their love would be strong enough to overcome every challenge.
Xin chào mọi người, xin được mang đến cho các một câu chuyện đặc biệt của chàng trai đêm. Ngày hôm nay tôi muốn đầu tiên và một đơn thân để nghe sẽ cô này ở Maya và cho chó khuyết tật BB của họ. Trong tập trước, để đã ngỏ lời khuyên Huyền và Maya trở về quê sống cùng gia đình anh. Rất hy vọng ngày hôm nay Huyền sẽ nói cho anh biết